Does anyone on the staff have updates for council? Council have anything for staff?
I'm sorry.
Go on.
A couple very quick ones. Chief, with school starting last week, I just wondered how the integration of the new crossing guard program went, and also if the people from last year were able to get with the new company the way we had expected them to.
It's my understanding, yes, and I mean, we've had a couple of small issues with the integration, but it's really been nothing major. We've got them worked out early. Things are still working, to the best of my knowledge, very well.
And coverage has been 100%
Yes,
at this point?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. The other thing I had a question on was, it came up earlier when we were trying to do the purchasing and reviewing those things during the work session. And that's just the survey participation. I didn't know what the city standpoint was and how easy we are to work with other cities when they call and ask what we're doing. You know, I believe in karma, and if we're asking, we should be giving as well. So I want to make sure we maybe have something in place and then we participate when asked of it. And then the third thing, this is probably for Tim, but the new crossing guards on Center, where the overhead is, how much would the cost be at this point to add lights that would maybe be during the school zones, to bring more focus to that, because it's such a change in the traffic flow of what it's always traditionally been. I don't know if that's something that could be figured in, if it'd be an astronomical cost just to add a flashing light during school zone times, or if that's something we can consider.
I believe that number came up with close to 10,000. Brian, that was the number we saw today, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We asked the contractor, there is a meter fairly close, but to run the wires and those types of things, they said just under 10.
Okay. Is that, if we wanted to bring that forward, is that something that we could put as part of the cost in the project right now, so it could be part of that fund that we already have monies allotted for?
I would probably double check with bond counsel, but I would guess off the top of my head that probably would be included.
And it's something with the benefit district if the school was willing.
Right.
I'd like to see us explore that option and have that conversation with the school district. I think there'd be some value. Like I said, just school zone times flashing on that light at the signage above, since we already have the poles and everything in place, I think would be quite an asset, actually.
Which actually, we've saved them quite a bit of money by putting a pole that was taken down from in front of the police station, as opposed to purchasing new, I believe. That's correct, right, Brian?
Right.
Isn't that what the crossing guard is for, though, is to...
It's a safe and sorry sort of proposal for me. If there's a low-cost way to do it, then I'd be supportive. It's only suggestion. We could see what the costs are and have a discussion on it that night, but that's why I wanted to bring this evening.
Yeah, I'll piggyback on his suggestion, because I've gotten quite a bit of feedback from constituents that they would like to have something that's going to allow them to, something a little bit more obvious. They like the overhead sign.
Yeah,
Don't get us wrong, Tim. It's just that, especially given the fact that goes from one lane to 2 lanes, there's no. It's very difficult. The traffic flow is kind of crunched there. I actually went there the first week that the school opened. It was very difficult to turn left from Grand onto southbound Gardner Road or Center Street. And we understand that that's a situation that's going to be an ongoing deal. But I think from the standpoint of children's safety more than anything else, I think it'd be good, in addition to the crossing guard, to have something that's a flashing light. Lets cars know that they're coming into that area, that that's a place they need to exercise additional caution.
Why was it not done as long as we were stringing the pole? I mean, usually the requests come from you guys to us, and I'm just surprised that, I mean, is it warranted by some traffic study, or?
There, the traffic engineers, we had looked at it, they considered a push button with flashing yellow. In other words, it wouldn't be flashing yellow, it would actually be a light that would stop traffic. And the next step was, okay, just use a crossing guard, Mark would use a crossing guard. There's no real step in there that includes the flashing light. The code allows you to add a flashing light, but there's no recommendation in the MUTCD, which is the document that directs us on these things. So it's kind of a discretion, what he was suggesting is kind of a discretion item.
That's all I had. Thank you.
Steve?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that in the next couple of work sessions that we do start to address the EUV issue. That needs to be on the radar screen. I'm not sure whether or not that's been scheduled or not. I just wanted to make sure it gets addressed.
Well, there's communication that's already happening between the staff and the Gardner Energy folks. I'm gonna have a meeting later this week. With any luck with the chairman for the Electric Utility Board. I had a conversation with the city administrator today about getting that on a work session for September.
Good.
As well as some other items that we don't want to let slip by the wayside. So it's in the front of our mind. Anybody else? I've got a question for council members. The county has a Southwest Johnson County Area Plan Committee. They evaluate land use and transportation needs around Southwest Johnson County and intermodal impacts. Last year, in 2012, Mayor Dravetta appointed Randy Gregorczyk as a city council ambassador to the committee, a committee member. We need a new committee member with Mr. Gregorczyk not on council any longer. I was wondering if there was anyone that would like to volunteer for that.
I'd be willing to volunteer, unless Christie be willing to serve as council president.
I'm absolutely fine if you want to volunteer.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be willing to volunteer.
Okay. I know that there is a meeting on the 28th in the evening.
Okay.
If that works with your schedule, are you going to be in town?
Yeah, I'll be arriving in the afternoon, so yes, I can do that.
Okay.
And one that starts in 15 minutes, so
Out here you go.
we should have asked.
Right now?
Yeah.
Scheduled first.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah, I think at this point, that's all I've got. I guess I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion Schut, second Harrison, that we adjourn. That was awful fast. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? They're adjourned. Wow, that was like a shot.
Balance that pretty good. I know. There's no baby weight over there.